Sheba, and this is See Like Sheba. Hi, I missed you guys. How have you been? It's Monday, but I haven't talked to you since Saturday. Um, and I know you missed me, of course. When we last spoke, I was about to go to an sex party with the Misters, Billy. And we did, and it was so fun. And the next day, though, we just wanted to sleep because we didn't go to bed till like 5:30 in the morning. And so then we spent Sunday just sleeping. And I also took a really lovely bath on Sunday. And so I was just like, I'm supposed to wait until I'm feeling more aligned to deliver you a message. And so now I do. And that brings us to here. Hey, happy Monday. So overflow is your natural state. Now, I mean overflow like surplus. You have more than what you need. And so when you know that that's your natural state, it changes how you operate. So for me on a Monday, like I woke up without an alarm today, probably around like 10 a.m. And so because I like overflow is my natural state, I know I always have more than enough time. And so I don't need to set an alarm because I know that like whenever I wake up is the right time. I have more than enough time to still do all of the things that I am meant to do that day. So when I do wake up, I can just be like, ooh, excited because like I know I'm going to have more than enough resources, more than enough time, more than enough opportunity. And so I can just approach things with an excitement, a like expectant kind of excitement. Like when you've ordered something and it's, what is it, Shop or one of these websites, they just like update you like, okay, your order has been confirmed. They're working on the order. Now they've delivered it. Now it's at this place in the country. Now it's closer. Now it's going to be delivered the next day. It's like that. It's like, I know everything's, I know I exist in overflow and it's my natural state. So I have more than enough time. I have more than enough things to entertain me as I wait for something that I'm expecting to arrive. And yeah, it's just awesome. So when me and Billy were at this party too, like, I love being at home by myself, or, at home, in one room while Billy is in another room doing his thing. And so it kind of, like, I'm also someone who I know I just exist in overflow. I always have more than enough opportunity and, invitations. So I don't have to be afraid that like, oh, if I don't accept this invitation, then this person will never invite me again. Or if I don't, answer this call, hang out with this person, keep this, scheduled engagement, then I'm not going to have another. I don't have that fear because I know it's not true. So, I don't have to, I can really like, check in with myself to see whether or not an invitation is aligned in the moment with my now version of me. Because, sometimes I will be very gung-ho about a thing. And then when the thing comes up, I'm like, oh no, I'm a different person now. Many times over. Sorry, that was 8 avatars ago, Sheba. Like this avatar Sheba is staying home. But luckily our friend invited us to this party and she has them regularly. And Billy wanted to go and I was like, I always have fun at things. I oftentimes have fun once I'm in the situation. And so I try to give myself the grace if before an event I'm not like super like, yes, I want to go. Sometimes I know myself. So I recognize that even if I don't feel this like super gung-ho, I might still be down. And like when I get there, I can tell more whether or not like, yeah, this is the event for me. and I'm totally able to leave if I want to. But yeah, this one was fun, and the people were really cool, and it was awesome. Sometimes I have this fear though, when you're in this like non-traditional kind of lifestyle. Yeah, there are fears that like, you won't have enough fun, or you won't have enough like, if you have fun, it will lead to some negative consequence, like a difficulty in your relationship, or, you start to see yourself differently. But because I know I exist in this state of overflow, that's my natural state, I'm always going to have more than enough options, more than enough pleasure, more than enough safety, more than enough respect. I'm going to receive all of those things. So yeah, it was awesome. Like being at this party where like, I always think me and Billy are the hottest people. Oh my gosh. And I'm getting some really beautiful comments saying, you're so pretty. Preta Linda, I think that probably means you're so cute or beautiful. And someone said, you're beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate you. And because overflow is my natural state, I'm never like starved for compliments. I have an overflow of compliments, a surplus of positive attention. And so in my own relationship, I have a surplus of intimacy, a surplus of protection, and like a surplus of like fun. We just have so much fun together. It's just like, it's awesome. And so it helps me be very chill in general. I'm on this vibration where I just have like a very chill energy where, I just know everything's going to be not just okay, it's going to be great because I'm naturally in this state of overflow. So yeah, it allows me to be chill since I know I'm always resourced. I always have more than enough resources. So it's like, I know like we have the idea of like a glass half full or a glass half empty. I'm like, I've got like a, never ending supply of water and like a bunch of glasses. So like, like it's like I have an overflow of water, like 2 options between half full and half empty. Oh no, that's an illusion. I'm infinitely resourced. I actually do drink a bunch of water, and I really recommend it. I didn't drink water pretty much all my life growing up, but since I stopped drinking alcohol, I've like kind of replaced that with water. And I like, oh my God, I freebase these sparkling waters. And every time I get water, either to drink or to bathe in, I'll speak over it. So I'll enchant it. I'll say like, every drop of this water aligns me with the frequency of overflow. Every drop of this water aligns me with the frequency of ease, of divinity, of receiving. And, water is heavily affected, influenced by vibration. And if humans are like 80% water, then we also must be affected by vibration. So speak into your water, then you drink the water or let it wash over your body, and you align with that same frequency. And then the 3D starts to catch up. The 3D starts to reflect the frequency, the vibration that you consistently embody. And so overflow is one of the, oh my gosh, I have a biggest fan. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Adeline, that's a cute name. It sounds like Southern, and I love that. Okay, always resourced, operating in a natural state of overflow. Oh, right. So yeah, since I'm always aligning myself with overflow, on a day like today, on a Monday, I find myself like in the morning, sometimes I'll be like, okay, it's 11 a.m. Like I've got a whole day ahead of me. And I have to keep reminding myself that like, I've done everything. I've got everything done. I'm in surplus right now. I have more than enough resources. I've done more than enough sowing, positive seeds that like I'm in this reaping season now, so I can chill. The point of this season is for me to reap. It's for me to receive. And yeah, the point of a surplus is to, not just hoard, it's to use. And if you can't use it, then the purpose of it is to resource other people who don't have it. And so since I'm always in this state of overflow, I have more than enough. I receive more than enough generosity, more than enough grace, more than enough resources, more than enough inspiration. Like I'm always getting like signs from the universe, messages. Today I was standing on my porch. I was called to be outside. And it was just a beautiful day. And a cardinal, a bright red cardinal bird flies past me, like zooms past me. And I was like, so beautiful. And then this beautiful yellow butterfly flaps right past me. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you again, universe. That was a beautiful sign. And then I look at my phone and it's 3:33. And I was like, perfect. Because I was actually meditating on today's topic, your natural state is overflow, and thinking about how, I ask for signs of confirmation from the universe, and it's like, here's one, here's another one, here's another. So I don't have to like search for it. I know that like I'm on this frequency of overflow, so there must be more than enough. It's great. And so we live in this like society that has taught us to be very, to think that scarcity is the thing, and that there's never enough. There's never enough time. There's never enough resources. You've never worked hard enough to secure your future. There's never enough safety. You can never be too careful. And that's all made up. We're taught there's, money doesn't grow on trees, and like people are just taught to be really afraid. Okay, so at this party, we were telling people that we're retired now and stuff, and we don't have kids. And so one of the guys was like, but like, what do you do like in the morning if you don't have like, a routine? Like, what do you do? Which is actually expressing this fear that he wouldn't have enough structure. Like if he, an adult who's older than me, doesn't have this like regimented routine where he like, okay, he works out in the morning, he takes his kids to this, he does this thing, does this, he goes, if he doesn't have that, what's he gonna do? But like humans, we are like, what is it called? Inalienable. We all have this like inherent structure to us. Nature has a structure, and like humans are so good at making it so complicated. So like I was thinking about it, like, I'm someone who really resists this kind of imposed structure and an over structuring. But I do come from a society where we're supposed to like, our kids, I remember being a very overscheduled kid. Like we would wake up early for school, have school, then we would have sports, then we would come home and do, homework, and then we would wake up and do it all again. And I was like, I am exhausted. I remember even as a child, I was so tired, and I always loved like, TV shows or movies that showed kids just like hanging out in their bedroom, creating art or being bored. I was like, oh, I wish I could have the time to just chill and get bored and do nothing and get into hijinks with my friends, because we have more than enough time, more than enough safety. We know we're not going to be kidnapped or, harm ourselves or anything. So we really just have like more than enough freedom, more than enough opportunity. I always longed for that. And now I've created it. I like live in this like, my natural state is overflow. And so I have more than enough time to expand, to learn, to incorporate lessons. I have more than enough time to get to know myself, to get to know my loved ones. Yeah. Okay. Another thing that just came up to me, like, also, like, so because I'm like embodying and living in this state of overflow, this natural state of overflow, I also know things like, you know, Palestine is already free, and we're going to get to experience the justice, the like perfect, like, what do you call that? Oh, I can't think of it right now. Just the like the symmetry, the like satisfaction of, you know, the fruits of our labor. All of the sacrifices we've been making, all of the sacrifices that, you know, we're going to continue to make, all of the embodying we're going to do, so that we see this world where, yeah, the Palestinians get to thrive in peace on their land, and they show all of us how to do the same. Because I think we've been taught to kind of have this idea that freedom will come one day in the future. History takes a long time, and maybe our grandchildren, like, no, babe. No, it's happening soon, and we're going to have more than enough time to enjoy this reality of freedom in our lifetime. It's not going to be the type of thing where, like, when we're like 80 years old, finally the grandchildren get to experience a free Palestine and a world that, you know, just accepts that as what is the reality. Yeah, it's going to be well within our lifetimes. We're now on the overflow timeline. So the powers that were, of course, are afraid of that. And so they're trying to keep us attached to the old timeline and this scarcity mindset where we don't have enough. You're never doing enough. You got to exhaust yourself because it's never enough. And like, that's just not where we're at, babe. That's just an illusion. So hold the vision with me, okay? Oh my God, I'm stunning. Thank you. You're right. Muchísimas gracias. Todo la gente. I appreciate it. It feels really great. And I love that. So since we're on this overflow timeline, and I know I have more than enough time, more than enough opportunity to convey this message, I'm going to come back on another day and chit chat some more about it, because it's just so important. And it helps reorient you too. Like when the anxiety or the scarcity mindset creeps up, you can remember, like, oh wait, no, that's old programming. We're in overflow now. 1818 on my timer as I say that. So yeah, I'm on overflow now. So nope, nothing to worry about. It gets done when it gets done. And if it's not done, doesn't need to be done right now. I'm going to do a thing about that too. It's connected, but it's like, yeah. It deserves its own thing. So anyway, I love you guys so much. If you made it this far to the end, what was I talking about today? Oh, we're in overflow. Give me like a running water emoji, the shower, the rain, whatever. But like, yeah, we're in overflow. Maybe that full glass of liquid emoji. Give me one of those if you made it to the end. If this is your first time seeing me, hey, I'm Sheba. Join the tribe, subscribe, because I'm trying to get to 1,111 subscribers by the end of 2025. And wouldn't you want to be one of the first 1,100? What did I say? I meant to say 1,111, but then I don't know if I said that. But that's the one I want. So, and I know I'm eventually going to have countless subscribers. So don't you want to be part of the first wave? The quality over quantity, you know, wave of us who like get it before the 3D is really validating us, before we get the external validation. We're just, the authority is us and our inner knowing. Yeah. So join the team, guys. That was weird. Why did I hug myself like that? I don't know. Anyway, bring your forehead up against the screen, okay? I love you. And this, ladies and gentlemen and gentle theys, is all made up. Okay? And overflow is your natural state. So don't be surprised if you have more time than you realized, if you have more energy, more resources. It's just natural. You're right where you're supposed to be. It's natural. It's your natural state. Okay? So, yeah, that's all I got. All right. Like, comment, subscribe. Salam, my loves. And yalla.